G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my tutorials where I teach beginners how to paint in acrylic. Nice, simple and effective little projects, okay? And before we get started, I'll put the sizes on the canvas there just like that. And also get a couple of colours going up the screen there. That way you can see what colours I'm using. If you have the same, great, but if you don't panic either. Just use something similar. Now today is going to be a very simple moon landscape, seascape, waterscape with the big moon in there, but something very effective and quite easy to do, okay? And also in this, you're going to need a cutout. Now I have some acetate, that's like the cover off a university folder, but you can use even just paper I've used in the past and cut out the size you want for your moon. I want quite a big moon in this one on my A3 size, so according to the size you're going to paint, practice these cutouts I do with moons as well. I've done quite a lot in the past. Check out the links in the description below and look at all my videos there, alright? And don't be shy to give me the thumbs up and share to your social media. Alright, come on over here and I'll just show you what I'm doing on my canvas, alright? Now I've got my horizon line way down low and I'm going to have my moon here with some, I've got a couple of islands coming off the bottom of the ocean with some palm trees. Beautiful moonscape, this one. So I've got some craft paint, no retarder in this, just the craft paint because it's just going to be a dark sky. Alright, so we'll get this going with some craft paint on the sky area. But it's quite a warm day here today. Depending on your climate, I might have got away with putting a bit of retarder in it, but I don't really want to because I've got to stamp that moon on there. I don't have the whole day to do this project, but you at home, you can spend as long as you want. Now I'm going to stroke that left and right and get it nice and smooth. Okay, just like that. Okay, from the horizon line, I want to go up into the sky with some turquoise here, and I've also got some dioxine purple. So there's my horizon right there. We'll get this going up, and it's going to gradually get dark. See the edges, how sometimes you fade away these little areas here? When that happens, don't be shy, just put it back like that and then scratch it left and right like a pure gentleman or a lady. Now the top part there is going to be dark, okay? So I'm just going to wipe that brush, pick up the dioxine purple, nice dark colour this one I hope, and we'll start at the top and bring this down to that turquoise colour. So we're right there at the top, nice. And now I'm going to bring it to the, now this is not much of a realism painting, but it's a facet, it's got facets within it. And then we're going to bring this to the turquoise, and now keep bringing it to the turquoise, crisscross it to get that transition so it's not like a straight line. I'm going to wipe the brush, I'm picking up some more dioxine purple just to get here, yeah, just so I can bring it down, there we go. Just like that. Beautiful, look at that. I'm stroking it now, massaging it with the tip of this putter-on brush. If you want this putter-on brush or blending brushes that I use, message me on Facebook, links in the description below. I'll get some of this bits scraping into the blue here, just not too much, maybe there's something like that. Now I just want to wipe it. I don't want to kill all that turquoise. Now I'm going to start in here and then there we go, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now I'm just getting a touch of black on the tip of my brush just to really get the top of that sky black without killing the dioxine purple. So see here, it's just purple. This is going to give it more depth. So on the very top, just like this, there we go, push it in. I'm using the tip of the brush, a little bit more here and there, maybe a bit here, and a bit scooting across there. I've pretty much just put it into the dioxine where I wanted it. Now I can do the same again, get the tip of the brush and massage that into that purple. Don't bring it down to the blue. We've got a nice deep dark kind of sky ready to be moonlit. Now that sky's finished, I'll start putting in the watercolour. And back down here, I've cleaned my putter on a brush, and I'm just going to prime it up with the craft paint again, okay? So we'll start at the bottom. The bottom's right down here, not there. And we'll get this put on a bit more, and then start bringing it up to that sky. Now I'm going to turn my brush from this way to that way. How come? Because I can get it more direct where I want it to go. So my horizon's about here somewhere, and this water's going to be quite, what do you call it, tropical, turquoisey colour. There we go, somewhere like that, and we'll get that in there like that. Now make sure the darn thing's straight. That's not quite straight in my opinion. Looks a bit crookedy-wookedy there. There we go. Just enough to make our watercolours be smooth. Okay, I've just wiped the brush. I didn't wash it, I've just wiped it, and grabbing the turquoise again, we're going to put our watercolour on, okay? So start from the bottom again and work your way up to the horizon line. So we'll get this there. Now this is going to have a different flavour to it, to the sky, so we can get this matched to there. Get some more turquoise in there. That's it, more turquoise. Because this is going to have like a lighter and a bluer flavour, not the purpley flavour. So I've got some French ultramarine down here. We'll get this dancing in our water. Just from the, you want the bottom darker and the top lighter. So I'm going to start from here. It's a different blue to what's up top. Get some scallops. I'll pick up some more just so I can feel what I'm doing. I want some light and dark bands. There we go, just something like that. Now I'll just stroke it left and right. Pretty simple, hey? See what I've done there? That is easy. You can do that. Now I've dried the sky and I've just covered it up to the horizon line. And I've got my toothbrush. I've got some water on the palette. Let's dampen that a bit more. Water. And then I slowly rub the toothbrush into the paint, because we want to get the horizon line and some sparkles on top of the water. And that canvas covering it up is just going to help from that happening. So roughly where my moon's going to be, somewhere around here. Try not to get these too big, thick and blobby, but I want to concentrate right out in the horizon line and then get something sparkling out in here in between where my islands are going to go. Now we do want to have a bit of this going across the horizon line as well. So if we can control something out there just glaring the horizon line up, and it'll separate the sky from the water. That'll do. Let's take that canvas off there, and you can see what it's done to the water line. All right, now come to my moon template cutout, okay? Work out where you want it. I don't want it dead in the middle. I want it just a bit off center there. So, and probably about that high up where it's just about ready to hit the dark color of the sky. And just tape that to your painting, like so. Don't go taping all around here if you can help it, because if it's not dried enough, you'll bugger it up when you pull it off. Now I've just got a good old kitchen sponge, okay? You can use a sponge with your finger. Now I want this moon to be crested at the top, okay? So we got the light complementing the dark. I don't want it down here, I want it up the top. Now I've got my mid-tone grey and white out of the tube, titanium white. Now I want to grab this and grab some of the turquoise, okay? Just to turquoise brown, or sorry, to turquoisey grey some of it, so it's got that light flavour carrying on in there. There we go, just like that. Now, like I said, you can use a sponge or use your fingers. Now I'm going to start with this tinted colour that I mixed, and I'm going to get it on the sponge in a so-called way. And I want to go dark first and then gradually add the lighter colours. Now there's my template there. I want it, just the bits there, that's where I want it. And I want it fading to a crest, so I'll just get around first and start so you can see. Now you can do this as quick or as fast as you want, but you don't want to try and do things so fast. That's about where I want the crest, okay? So I want to have it fading within the middle of this moon now. So hold your template, sometimes you've got to hold it, and let's start grabbing the thickness of our moon. See how the sponge is letting it fade over here? Practice this procedure. Sometimes I've done some pretty damn good ones and I've done some quite snotty ones, so we all live and learn as we go. Now I've got a bit of a goobly gloop there, a bit of a lump. Don't worry about that. That's part of the facets of the moon. Now what I want to do is try and finesse that fading bit there. Now when I'm finished with this template, obviously this is a template I can keep and use for future projects. I've got to wash it straight away, because if you don't, the paint will bugger it. Okay, now I'm grabbing the mid-tone grey. I'm using the other end of me sponge here. Now I've given that a slight dry with the hairdryer, but the hairdryer was on cold. If you're using that plastic acetate, don't use a hot hair on it, because you'll melt it and warp it. And how do I know that? Because I've done it before. Now we want to do the same again, just sort of get some grey way out on the, we're working on the edge. Don't stamp it here, keep right to the edge, bits of pieces, and pick up some more. Oh, look at the textures we're getting on our moon. Right there. I'm liking it. A bit in there. So we've just got a subtle piece of this blue reflection. Back down here I've got my titanium white, and I want to just, I'm going to use my finger. I've got more control, I feel, and we're just going to kind of do bits like that around the moon, you know. That's the sort of movement I'm going to do with my finger. All right. So get your finger loaded up like that and hold your template, and I want mainly here just rasping with brightness. Now it's going to soften down with the colour that's already on there. I'll get some on there. Get something around here. Now sometimes you've got to wipe your finger, which I'll show you what I mean, because I've got too much blobbingness there, so I just want to scrumble it into there. Yeah, there we go, beautiful. We can put some of this up there, wipe your finger, you've got a rag, everything's controlled, and we can get some bits of the moon happening all around there. Wipe your finger while you're wiping it again, because see this bit here, I want to scrumble that. Wipe your finger, scrumble it. Wow, fantastic, so easy to do, lots of fun to do as well, and a bit over here. So this, if anything, is the brightest part of our moon. Wipe your finger. Now I wear gloves because I hate getting paint everywhere. Look at it all on my hands, it gets everywhere, and I'll rub that on the gloves instead of my hands. There we go. Beautiful. Now if you want to be a cheeky little bugger, grab yourself a detail brush like I'm doing here, right? Alright, because sometimes the moons have a nice bright piece carrying on in there, like that. In the dark area. Okay. Now the bit we all love to do is to reveal the little gem. There we go, we've got a moon in the sky. Okay, now you can spray some stars with a toothbrush. I'm just going to use this detail brush here, and we'll put a couple of stars in the sky. You don't want the stars in front of the moon, because the moon is a closer object to all these stars, so you want the stars in the distance. And just take your time putting whatever stars you want in the sky. There you go, we've got our stars in the sky, and just something quite simple and effective. And now we're ready to put a couple of islands and some palms just housing that moon in the centre of the painting. That picture there, if you want to know, that's little Reese when he was a little boy in the cubby house I made him. It's just a screensaver on my laptop. Yeah, alright, so now we're going to paint in the couple of islands and some palms to frame that moon. So I've got some burnt umber and forest green. So first I'll wet my brush in that water that I've got. I want to add black to the burnt umber, so it's blacky brown, not black and not just brown, okay? And I'm going to do the same with the green for the leaves. So this is pretty much the islands over the water. So I don't want to come in too much from there, so I want to pretty much, if anything, keep them reasonably level. You can move them, but so long as they're level, not too much of a downward, I feel. And we want to get this to the water and then bring it back, boom, just like that. Do the same with another one. First we'll colour that in first. Colour it in, block it in. Well, that can come off the painting there anyway. And then we want to get a bit of another one coming off that, just sort of around here somewhere. Wet your brush a bit more so it's inky, not too much, Ian. I think I put too much water in that. And I want this coming there. But get that edge into a point so it looks like it's sitting on the water, okay? So there's one side. Okay, I've painted this side. I'm just trying to make that a bit more in perspective with the painting so it doesn't look a bit awkward. Okay, and we'll probably thicken that up down the bottom there. Now everything's dry up here, what I'm putting this dark colour on. Now I want to use this for some palms, so we'll probably get one coming right up, let's say from here to there. And you can come a bit fatter at the bottom like that, okay? Just something nice and skinny, but sharp edges if you can get it, and a bit fatter as it comes to the bottom. I want to put another one about here, let's say, or about there. About there like that. So that's on the front island because it's obviously closer. And then we'll put some sweeping bending ones in it. I'm going to fix the edges of these up when I turn the camera off, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. And we'll probably get some little ones. Let's see if we can get a nice little one out here somewhere, just like that. I will get another brush as well so I can control a lot of the smaller ones. Okay, so we just got that, and we're just pretty much going to, I'll put one out here somewhere as well, right in the middle there, from there, something up there, coming down. Oh, my brush is a bit yucky, that one. I'll get another one. Like that. And maybe one from here. Like that. Now, like I said, I will get these lines a lot straighter off camera, okay? But you get the gist of what I'm doing. And we'll do some here. We'll have one right here. Right about here. One there, one a bit higher, okay, wet that up a bit, and we'll get some little ones here, nice bendy archy ones, get one all the way out here somewhere, and I'll grab that bigger brush again and we'll put some kind of bigger one way up here. Like that, and maybe another one next to him. Nice and big, he's nice and close. Now we've got as much palm tree trunks that we need in there. I want to put the tops on them, and I've got the forest green, but we don't want just green, it's too, we want to put some brown in that so it's a darker green, okay? And then just get the appropriate amount of water and mix in that so as it's going to transfer reasonably well. All right, I'll start in the middle and work my way out. And I normally just, they're just palms, so we'll just get a bit of a scratchy thing. I usually come down and scratch and pull just like that, quite easy. Get something up there, something up there. Now have a look at your, this is not too bad. It probably could be a little bit darker, but I'm quite happy with it. I'm just getting some of these backward ones, behind ones done. I just don't want the fronds to come in front of the trunk. Okay, now I'll start with some of these right out in the middle. So these ones are going to have more finesse. So you pretty much go along, pull, pull. You got a frond there. Get another one from the guts, pull him down, and a bit more there. We'll give one, always like to have one down like that. And on, well, get rid of the blob. Bang, bang. Up, bang. Up. Out. A little tail or a whisper, warm all the way down there, and then busy up the middle so he looks a bit more robust. And that's pretty much another palm. Simple and effective. I'm going to put the slightest highlights on these to really make them pop with some of that moonlight. Get that down there like that. Get a nice prong coming down there, because these ones are a bit closer, and the top ones are always shorter and coming back downwards, a bit busy in the middle there like that. I'll just get these two big ones done so this one can come right into the painting, boom, like that, frong it out. There we go, look at that. Actually, I'll use the bigger flat brush that I got ready for this. Boom, boom, all the way down. Give him that long tail. Wow. Something out here. Boom, boom. And I will use the other brush to get the busy stuff going on in the middle. Now, if it's too light in that colour green when you're doing this, just add some more darkness to it. Big blob there, but it doesn't matter. It's art. Boom. Nice blobs everywhere. I've just grabbed some of this white and I'm just sitting in that now, and we just want to subtly highlight, not all of them over it, just put some back and forth from each other. So we probably can get just bits being lit up. And if you feel you've done too much of this, oh, we won't worry about those little ones. If you feel you've done too much of this, just get the dark colour and knock some of it down. All right, that's pretty much all I need to do with this one. I'm going to whack a frame on it and see how she looks. Yeah, that's not too shabby. I mean, my frame, it's up there somewhere, okay? So you don't knock the moon out. But there you go. We've got our moonlit subject. We've got a bit of the ocean lit up by the moon, and we've got some simple palm trees there, okay? And just remember, you can do that. All right, I hope you had fun watching this video. I enjoyed painting this, and I hope there was something you learned. Leave me a comment in the comments below. Tell me what you think of my videos there. Share, like, and subscribe. And if you like what I'm doing, you be sure to tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, okay? Goodbye, good luck. and good on ya.